Welcome to Washington, District of Columbia, the capital city of the United States and home to iconic landmarks such as the White House, Capitol Building, and Lincoln Memorial. In this video, we will explore the geography, demographics, and unique characteristics of Washington, D.C., often referred to as Washington, or D.C. This federal district is not only a political hub, but also a vibrant cultural and economic center with a rich history and diverse population. So, let's dive in and discover all that this dynamic city has to offer. Washington, D.C. is a relatively small city, with a population of 683,000 people within its 70 square miles. Its population density is high, with 9,813 people per square mile, making it a bustling and lively metropolis. Washington, D.C. is the only city in the United States that is not part of any state, making it a unique and independent entity. The city was originally designed by French architect Pierre L'Enfant, who was commissioned by President George Washington to create a grand, European-style capital. Washington, D.C. is home to the largest library in the world, the Library of Congress, which houses over 170 million items including books, photographs, and documents. Washington, District of Columbia has a diverse racial composition with a significant Black African American population of 305,000, making up the largest group. The second largest group is White Caucasian with 276,000 people. Hispanic or Latino and Asian populations follow with 77 and 28,000 people respectively. This data showcases the diversity and multiculturalism of the nation's capital, with no single race dominating the population. Such a diverse racial composition adds to the cultural richness and vibrancy of the city. Washington, D.C. is a diverse city with many different ancestries represented. Among the most populous in the city are German, Irish, English, Italian, and Central American ancestries. With 51.1 thousand people, German is the most prevalent ancestry, followed closely by Irish with 50.2 thousand. English, Italian, and Central American ancestries also make up significant portions of the population. This diversity adds to the richness and cultural vibrancy of the nation's capital. Washington, D.C. has a relatively balanced sex population composition, with slightly more females than males. The male-to-female ratio of 91 males per 100 females suggests that there is a slightly larger proportion of females in the population. The most populous age groups for both males and females are in their late 20s to early 30s, with the most populous male age group being 30 to 34 years and the most populous female age group being 25 to 29 years. This suggests that Washington, D.C. has a younger population overall, with a significant number of working-age adults. The state of Washington, District of Columbia had a total of 8,375 births in the given year, with women between the ages of 20 to 34 accounting for the majority, 58.6% of these births. There were also significant numbers of births among women aged 35 to 50, 39.5%. Women between the ages of 15 to 19 accounted for a smaller percentage of births, 1.9%. The overall fertility rate in the state was 41 births per 1,000 women, with the age group of 20 to 34 having the highest birth rate of 45 per 1,000 women. In Washington, D.C., the age bracket with the highest rate of non-marital childbearing is 15 to 19 years, with 161 births, all of which were to unmarried women. This accounts for 100% of the births in this age group. On the other hand, the age bracket with the lowest rate of non-marital childbearing is 35 to 50 years, with 3,307 births, out of which only 780, 23.6%, were to unmarried women. This suggests that non-marital childbearing is more prevalent among adolescents and decreases significantly with age. This trend highlights the need for comprehensive sexual education and support for young adults to prevent unplanned pregnancies and promote responsible parenthood. In Washington, District of Columbia, the highest rates of non-marital childbearing are among women with lower levels of education, particularly those with less than a high school diploma and those with a high school diploma. In these groups, a large majority of births, 86.3% for less than high school and 79.1% for high school diploma, were to unmarried women. On the other hand, women with higher levels of education, specifically graduate degrees and bachelor's degrees, had much lower rates of non-marital childbearing. Only 7.1% of births to women with graduate degrees were to unmarried women, and 25.9% of births to women with bachelor's degrees were to unmarried women. This suggests that higher education may be linked to lower rates of non-marital childbearing in Washington, D.C. Washington, District of Columbia has a strong and robust economy, with a high average per capita income of $63,793. This indicates that the average individual in the city earns a relatively high salary, which is attributed to the abundance of high-paying jobs in industries such as government, law, and finance. Furthermore, the median household and family incomes in Washington, D.C. are significantly higher than the national averages at $93,547 and $127,629, respectively. This suggests that families and households in the city have a higher combined income, providing them with a comfortable standard of living and contributing to the city's overall affluent status. In Washington, District of Columbia, the median earnings for all workers is $66,044. However, there is a notable gap between male and female earnings, with men earning a higher median income of $72,766 compared to women's median income of $61,898. This income gap equates to a difference of 14.9%, highlighting the gender wage disparity in the district. While the median earnings for both men and women are relatively high compared to the national average, it is important to address and reduce this income gap for a more equitable and fair economy. Despite being the capital of the United States, poverty still remains a significant issue in Washington, District of Columbia. According to recent data, 15% of the city's population, or 100,618 people, live below the poverty line. This includes both men and women, with male poverty at 13.8% and female poverty at 16.9%. The data also shows that those in the age bracket of 18 to 24 years are the most vulnerable to poverty, with 29.9% of males and 31.1% of females in this group living in poverty. This highlights the need for targeted efforts and resources to alleviate poverty in Washington, D.C. and provide support for those most affected by it. In conclusion, the video showcased the diverse and dynamic social, demographic, and economic landscape of Washington, D.C. For those interested in learning more about this vibrant city or for data on other states, cities, area codes, and zip codes in the U.S., be sure to visit ZipAtlas for a comprehensive and interactive experience. So come and explore the data, and then experience the wonders of Washington for yourself. See you there.